And sure enough, Oliver holds his end of the bargain, and Merlin becomes the head of the League of Assassins. Now, I know I've shit on the show and its portrayal of the League of Assassins this season, and calling them the League of Putties, and how they're just cannon fodder for freaking Laurel to just beat the crap out of and everything. But, come on, you just handed over the League of Assassins, a bunch of badass assassin guys who can apparently have access to chemical, biological weapons that can destroy entire cities. You just handed it over to Merlin, a terrorist bad guy who has unfinished business in destroying the Glades. The guy who murdered your father and your best friend and Sarah. You just handed the League of Assassins over to the guy. And fucking the finale ends with Oliver driving off into the sunset with Felicity with a big goofy smile on his face. Like a big freaking idiot. Like, does he not realize what he has done here? It's actually it's funny because it's almost like the season 1 finale in that the good guys really didn't win, but yet they're playing it like the season 2 finale where the good guys won and everything's hunky dory. Hello, stupid! You just gave the League of Assassins to Merlin. Like, all you did was swap out one villain for another villain. You accomplished nothing. I guess it's better than having two bad guys running around, but the League of Assassins is still the League of Assassins, and now you probably actually have an even worse guy the head of it. Hey, why are you driving off in the sunset with a big grin on your face like a moron? Yeah, what makes it even more stupid is that going back to episode 304 now you see why Oliver couldn't kill Merlin. It had nothing to do with his vow to not kill or anything like that. It was just a bullshit excuse for the writers to conveniently give Oliver a reason for not killing Merlin. Because you realize the whole plot of this season would completely fall apart if they killed Merlin in that scene. If freaking Oliver just killed Merlin or fucking put him in the Argus prison, none of this shit would have had to happen. None of it. It just makes it all the more aggravating. It's false drama. It's false jeopardy. It's forced as hell. It's that Kurt Sutter Sons of Anarchy type writing where it's just contrived situation. It's just the fucking putting plot points on the whiteboard and then writing to that. Almost every major plot point this season, none of it's organic. It was just that the plot points were decided first and then they wrote to that. It's bad writing. It's bad, easy writing. So, anywho, in all this shit, all it's done is just undermine the whole show, the credibility of the show, and like I said, it's created false drama, false jeopardy. They created a universe now. Just within one season, I guess, and partly the Flash is responsible for this too. So things that happen to Flash kind of affect this, where there's just no consequences anymore. And you've seen this time and time again throughout season 3, where something bad happens to the heroes, and they're able to overcome it now. I mean, just as an example, Ra's al Ghul kills Thea, right? Or he thinks he kills her, whatever. So they just take her to the freaking Lazarus pit, and other than some weird like amnesia crap she has, like right out of the gate, right? But she eventually gets over. Other than that, she's fine. And I guess the writers said they deal with the consequences of that next season. Yeah, okay, yeah, sure, guys, sure, whatever. But the point is, within the confines of this season, there's no consequences. It's this idea now that like, oh well, someone gets injured, oh well, fucking use the magical Dragon Balls or whatever. In this case, the fucking Lazarus Pit, and we'll bring them back to life. Hey, it's just and it's you got this whole big shared universe now. Now there's a multitude of possibilities as to how the good guys can overcome any kind of adversity they may have to face or any adversary they have to face. I mean, heck, just the Flash stuff alone. I mean, never mind the time travel. The fucking the friggin' just Star Labs resources. I mean, last season we saw with the Miracle cure. They're able to stop Slade because they were able to get Star Labs to magically make a cure for the Miracle. This season they used Star Labs to help determine Sarah's killer. It's just like it becomes easy to like any kind of problem or a lot of these problems that fucking Oliver and his friends face. They can just go to fucking Star Labs and they can get instant solutions because they guess they have superhuman science powers or something. It's a plot contrivance. It's a fucking conceit that's there so that if Oliver needs help with something that's kind of science-y, they can just go to Star Labs. Oh, yeah, we can figure out a solution. I mean, hell, there was this episode of The Flash this season where Cisco is blackmailed into giving the rogues there, Captain Cold, Heatwave, and then they got Golden Glider. They blackmailed Cisco into having him make a gun for Golden Glider because Captain Cold has the cold gun, Heatwave has the heat gun. Golden Glider gets this gun that can shoot like golden glitter at people that encrust them in fucking gold or some shit. It's like something that you expect to make for the villain of Austin Powers 3 or some shit. And it's like, okay, okay, first of all, never mind Oliver and all them. Why doesn't Star Labs, why don't they make more of these guns, like mass produce them and just give them to the good guys and like they can just go around, if they encounter any bad guys, they can just shoot them and freeze them or shoot them and burn them alive, like things like that. Or they have that particle accelerator that apparently, though there are some side effects of using it, apparently you can go to like any person and give them use this machine and give them Flash speedster powers that gives them the ability to travel through time and things. Why doesn't fucking Oliver use the fucking particle accelerator or something? I mean, granted, they may not have the understanding right now, but eventually they will. How to use the thing. Why is it? I mean, the whole conceit of Flash is that is Barry gonna go back in time? Is he gonna save his mom and shit? Why doesn't Oliver just do the same thing? Get speedster powers, go back in time, save his dad from getting killed by Merlin. It just comes like they need to scale things back. Scale it back. Now there's like a super science lab they have access to. There's time travel. There's fucking all these different ways to come back to life if you get killed. It's too fucking much. Scale it back. You know what? Because when the characters like Team Arrow didn't have as much resources at their disposal, it made the situations more dire. It raised the stakes. It made the adversity, the adversaries, harder to overcome. Now it's really not all that difficult. Not really, when you have all this different shit at your disposal. I mean, hell, fucking Felicity's a super hacker. She created a virus that just by merely infecting a computer can control the computer and the entire network that it's on, or some bullshit. I don't know, it's like a super fucking, it's like a god virus. You can pretty much do whatever you want. Fucking, you can hack cell phones and make them explode. I can keep going on about all the goofy, like, unrealistic shit that they have at their disposal now. That it just makes their job like 100,000 times easier than it was going back to season 1. And granted, they had a few things, like Oliver had his money and shit, like being a millionaire and stuff to make weapons and stuff, and he had a convenient place to fucking make a lair and a hideout and stuff like that. But now it's just getting ridiculous. I mean, it's just like it's become live action Power Rangers. Oh, the power coins got destroyed. Oh, well, just hey, here's Zordon. Don't worry, Rangers. Hey, we'll use the Zeo Crystal and we'll give you new fucking Ranger powers with that. Oh, your Zords were destroyed? Oh, don't worry about that. I have some backup Zords in the moon, hiding in the moon somewhere or something you can use now. It's just like it's this situation where it's just like nothing bad can happen. Really, you might have a little bit of a setback or something, but they'll quickly overcome it because they have so much resources at their disposal now. It's like, I mean, when you were watching seasons 1 and 2, you actually felt like in the thing with Tommy dying, that sent a message. You know that Oliver and Green Arrow, they weren't gonna, he wasn't gonna die, but anyone else, any of the other main characters, you knew were pretty much, all bets were off. They could die, and it at least created the illusion that there was some jeopardy, that there was some drama, that there were some stakes here in this universe. There isn't a whole lot now, but just because there's so much crap in this universe now. It's just come a goofy comic book thing. And it'd be fine if this was like the DC animated universe and things were like that from the beginning, but no, you guys changed it. You guys changed it after 2 seasons. In 1 season, you're introducing all these different things. It's too much, guys. It's in what I would do, and you can't really do it now because they ruined it with this season, but to send a message that this universe still has some balls and some teeth to it, I would kill a main character right out the gate, the first episode, but hey, they already did that in season 3, so they're not going to do it again. But, kill a main character, kill Felicity, kill Diggle. I mean, send a message that, things aren't, hunky-dory here, that, the good guys aren't going to win so easily, But the producers have said that, well, we're going for a lighter tone, and, the last season, the characters have been through some shit, so we're going to have a lighter season this season, so that's sure as hell not going to happen. And, as a result of all this bullshit, it's harder for me to care. I don't care anymore, because it's more likely than not, the good guys are always going to win. They might have a little bit of setbacks, but they're going to win in the end. And it's like, it's, at least before, you knew they were going to win, but at least there was the illusion that they could fail. They had, at least before, they had some losses. Now, they just win all the time. Little minor setbacks, but on the whole, they're fucking defeating the bad guys, no problem.